Lafayette, the president of American Baptist College. Now, Dr. Lafayette, you know, before we had our second break, we were talking about the civil rights movement. But now, we all know that this morning we will celebrate the anniversary of the Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. And the most important thing about it is to remember that Dr. King was assassinated in the state of Tennessee, in Memphis. And I think that it is almost incumbent upon us living in the state of Tennessee to reflect upon that. And that's what we'd like for you to do over the last 5.5 minutes that we have here, to recall the instance that you heard of Dr. King's assassination and some of the things that went through your mind and how people that you know and who were close to you and et cetera, how you felt at that particular time. This might recall memories that you've not had for the last 30 years, but sort of reflect with us as a community now dealing with that part in April of 1968, that assassination.
During this period of the movement, I was traveling with Martin Luther King because I was national coordinator for the Poor People's Campaign. And we were laying the groundwork for that. And we were going around from one city to another getting support because we wanted people to organize locally so they could bring people to Washington, D.C. for the grand march that we were going to have in D.C. It was scheduled for actually the first time in February, but we didn't succeed in getting the numbers. And Martin Luther King wanted to make sure we had strong numbers and people committed. So he was traveling with us, and we were traveling with him, going to different cities. We were having a meeting, actually a staff meeting in Atlanta, which was a strategy meeting, and Martin Luther King was asked to come, go over to Memphis. Jim Lawson, who's one who was actually involved in the movement many years with us, was having to work with the sanitation workers, and the support was waning. He said, so, if Martin Luther King could just come to Memphis, have a speech, and have a little rally, a march, and that would bring the kind of focus on this, and perhaps the pressure to get them to negotiate. So Martin Luther King was reluctant. He said, well, this is not on our schedule, and he said, okay, why don't you all just continue to meet. I'll take Bernard Lee with me, and we'll just fly over to Memphis, have this, and then we'll come back and continue our meeting. Well, as you know in history, the march broke out in violence, and Martin Luther King only had one of his own staff people there. So the decision was made